Hey friends! Welcome to Fun Fam Travels. Today, we are exploring the vibrant and historical Cebu City on a full-day tour. Join us as we dive into the rich culture, stunning views, and delicious flavors of Cebu City. We booked the Cebu City Day Tour via a tour agency we found on Facebook. 1,060 pesos per head, which includes transportation, hotel pickup, and drop-off in SM Cebu, plus entrance tickets. Our first stop, Cebu Taoist Temple, which is just 10 minutes drive from Quest Hotel. The Cebu Taoist Temple is located in Beverly Hills subdivision in Lahug, Cebu City. The temple is perched on a hill, offering stunning panoramic views of Cebu City. The temple grounds are beautifully maintained, with colorful dragon statues, intricate carvings, and traditional Chinese-inspired architecture. The temple was built in 1972 by Cebu's Chinese community and is a place of worship for Taoism followers. Now, a gentle reminder, while you're free to take photos around the temple grounds, taking pictures and videos inside the temple is strictly prohibited. One of the highlights of visiting Cebu Taoist Temple is the breathtaking view of Cebu City. Also, you'll find intricately designed pagodas, a replica of the Great Wall of China, and serene gardens perfect for peaceful stroll. Our next stop, the majestic Temple of Leia. It stands as a grand symbol of undying love. Built in 2012 by Teodorico Soriano Adarna, this temple is a heartfelt tribute to his late wife, Leia Villa Albino Adarna. From the temple's balcony, you'll be greeted by a breathtaking panoramic view of Cebu City. The temple's architecture is inspired by ancient Roman design, featuring massive pillars, intricate carvings, and elegant statues that instantly transport you back in time. The highlight of the temple is this magnificent statue of Leia herself, seated regally on a throne. Inside the temple, you'll find fascinating gallery of Leia's personal collections. The interiors have a museum-like feel, adorned with vintage furnitures, elaborate chandeliers, and classical paintings. These elegant displays offer a glimpse into Leia's refined lifestyle. Temple of Leia is a must-visit tourist spot in Cebu. Our next stop, Sirao Garden, also known as Cebu's Little Amsterdam. It is one of Cebu's most vibrant and Instagram-worthy destinations. As you walk through the Sirao Gardens, you'll be surrounded by a sea of colors. The vibrant hues of the celosia flowers combined with a lush greenery create a magical and serene atmosphere. The garden's layout allows you to leisurely explore the pathways, discover hidden photo spots, and enjoy the peaceful ambience. It's the perfect place for slow, relaxing stroll while capturing beautiful memories. Sirao Garden is filled with picture-perfect spots, making it a paradise for photo enthusiasts. Whether you're posing by the colorful flower beds, capturing the scenic hilltop views, or striking a fun pose by one of the artistic installations, you'll have no shortage of Instagram-worthy backdrops. From charming sculptures and creative displays to the sprawling fields of blooms, every corner of Sirao Garden offers a unique and scenic photo opportunities. It's time for lunch, so we will stop by Cuys Lechon. Cuys Lechon is located in Cebu City, making it a convenient stop for both tourists and locals looking for an authentic lechon experience. The restaurant is known for serving Cebu-style lechon. Of course, we couldn't resist ordering the classic combination, lechon and halo-halo. First impression, the lechon looks absolutely mouth-watering. The skin is perfectly golden and crunchy, while the meat looks tender and juicy. Time for the taste test. The skin is incredibly crispy. It makes that perfect crackling sound with every bite. The meat is tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. No sauce needed. It's already seasoned to perfection. Now, on to the dessert, halo-halo. Well, unfortunately, this one was a bit of a letdown. The flavors were bland and the ice was too coarse. It lacked the creamy, sweet richness that makes halo-halo such a refreshing treat. Our next stop is a unique Cebuano experience, the famous Tabuan Dried Fish Market. This place is heaven for dried seafood lovers and the perfect spot to grab a salubong. One of the perks of shopping at Tabuan is the cheap prices. You'll find dried mangoes, shamrock otab, and other local snacks at around 20% lower than the mall prices. Of course, the highlight here is the danggit, a Cebu delicacy. Known for its salty, savory flavor and crispy texture, danggit is popular pasalubong that many tourists take home. Next stop, one of Cebu's most iconic landmarks, Fort San Pedro. Fort San Pedro is the oldest and smallest triangular fort in the Philippines. It was built in 1565 under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, the first Spanish governor of the Philippines. Originally made of wood, the fort was later reconstructed with stone walls to defend against local and foreign invaders. As you enter the fort, you'll immediately notice its spacious ground. The open courtyard is surrounded by massive stone walls, giving you a glimpse of the fort's former strength and grandeur. This century-old fort offers a glimpse into Cebu's colonial past with its massive stone walls, spacious grounds, and well-preserved relics. We had a quick visit to Magellan's Cross and Santo Niño Church, two of Cebu's most famous historical landmarks. As you approach Magellan's Cross, you'll notice the area is packed with vendors selling candles, rosaries, and souvenirs. And you'll likely encounter some beggars as well, common sight in this busy tourist spot. Magellan's Cross was planted in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan's expedition, marking the arrival of Christianity in the Philippines. The Octagon Chapel house, the cross, is beautifully painted with mural depicting Cebu's early Christianization. After our historic tour, we are heading to our last stop, 10,000 Roses. To get there, we are taking the Cebu-Cordova Link Express or CCLEX, a scenic drive with stunning view of the sea and Cebu's skyline. 10,000 Roses is located in Dayas, Cordova. The main attraction, a field of 10,000 artificial white roses illuminated by LED lights at night, creating a magical, glowing landscape. We arrived a bit early, so we didn't get to see the LED lights in full glow. If you want to catch the light display, it's best to come around sunset or early evening. At the back, there's also a cafe with outdoor seating. You can grab a drink or light snack while enjoying the sea breeze and scenic view. It's the perfect spot to relax after a day of exploring Cebu. And that wraps up our Cebu City Day Tour. From breathtaking temples and colorful gardens to mouth-watering lechon and scenic spots, this adventure is definitely one for the books. That's all for now, friends. Like and subscribe Fun Fam Travels for more family-oriented travel experience.